Ladies and gentlemen, we're checking in live. We're trying something brand new today. Aileen on the other side. Aileen, what's up? How you doing, girl?
Hi, I'm good. And you?
You know,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly fine. I feel like I was great until like 5 minutes ago. We're taking 20 minutes to get on to 26 minutes to start this live. It's crazy, but it actually brings us to really step one. I feel on this timestamp, and we've gotten this card before. And I was like, Spirit, what's up? What did he illuminate on this full moon in Sagittarius that they may have missed? And it's the great mystery. And we've actually pulled this card, maybe not last live, but 2 lives ago. And the whole thing is about literally disconnecting from technology. So in some ways, I feel like having 15, 20 minutes of like technological disruptions before us beginning this live, it just shows that this card was perfect. Especially because before this morning, I went outside and I got to put my feet in grass. And it's been a long time since I had like access to really nice grass, like that you want to play in. And I sat on a tree and I was with my nephew, and I was like, had my nephew who's 3 years old tomorrow hug a tree, right? He hugged the tree. He's like, I love the tree. He kissed the tree. I'm hugging the tree. I'm kissing the tree, right? We're running around chasing butterflies, chasing birds, throwing pine cones at the thin air, and just going to get it and throwing it again. And that's what this great mystery card really, really is about. It's about reconnecting with yourself, reconnecting with your own self-belief. All right. And as you connect with your self-belief, you connect with the oneness. When you disconnect from believing in yourself, you disconnect with the oneness of the universe. And so it really says, this card says daily prayer and meditation is actually going to help us to build trust on this Sag full moon. Because understand that Sagittarius is a symbol of intuition, of the abstract mind, of seeing beyond every and all physical barriers, understanding that within itself is an illusion. Any barrier we see towards our purpose, towards our conviction. And this is huge in the Sagittarius full moon. So the card literally is all about trust. You see the word. It's about trust. Trust that everything that's going left, right, up, down, it's for your best good. So that's step one. Aileen, you have anything for us that you want to share that you feel about this full moon in Sagittarius as we get ready to get into all the signs?
I mean, I don't know if it's about the Sagittarius full moon, but I have been feeling cloudy. Like everything's just in a dream state. I don't know how else to describe it. And for me, I know that I'm in a dream because things that I can do in my personal life that are like easy, just like it's almost always like it has to do with my phone, like texting and then having a lot of trouble sending texts or like getting to Google Maps, all that kind of stuff. And that's when I know like, oh, okay, I'm dreaming. And then I can go lose it from there. But it has been happening in real life. Like all of the normal stuff, I feel like sometimes I don't know how I get from point A to point B. Like I'm just there, like the destination's so blurry. And then having my phone actually just went super crazy the other day, and I didn't even take it with me. I remember I went outside, I did my things, I came back, and when I grabbed my phone to answer to the text that happened when I wasn't there, I started to answer, and I noticed that it was going kind of slow, and then after it went slow, it just started to go black, like the whole screen went black. Then it turned off, and I tried to turn on again. It was a full. I already thought that I lost my phone. I was already just looking for a new phone to replace it with. I was even gonna ask you to bring me one so I didn't have to deal with taxes here. But then finally, somewhere like I don't know, 6 hours later, it started working again, and right now it's like acting normal once more. And now this morning with the computer, like I couldn't hear, like the speakers weren't working. And in the strangest ways, because I'm literally doing nothing, like I haven't even touched it, and then it suddenly did that. So I don't know. I feel like this part of technology and the dream state, it somehow has something to do. I don't really see the actual connection right now, but I could see how we can all benefit from just going back to nature, like
Mm-hmm.
grounding, talking to the plants. I actually like taking care of the plants yesterday did help me to ground and to feel like I was also using water, right? And that's more like my element. So being able to nurture the plants from this standpoint just helped me to connect more with them and
Mm,
feel like I can listen to their messages better. I've
mm,
also seen like a lot of butterflies. So seeing this card, yeah, I was just like, oh, the butterfly. They all seem like to go like right in front and just start leading the way. And and then I mean, I know it's not a cat, but it is a feline, and I've been seeing a lot of cats, a lot of cats. I mean, like in my dreams, in real life, they just appear. I'm probably gonna see another cat today when I go to my class. So again, it's all connected somehow. I don't
sure.
understand from the astrological point of view, but
Mm.
I know that it's all connected somehow.
So I mean, I'll move to the next thing, and if you can prep a timestamp that says heart chakra healing,
Heart
just
chakra.
type it. Okay, so and as I move to the next, please, it's literally saying, how can you hear the truth of the great mystery if it is being drowned out by modern technology, or your head is in a constant stream of worry and fears for the future? Step away from brainwashing media and reclaim your connection with truth. And so that's why this stuff is happening. I haven't, I was literally traveling for like, I don't know, 7+ hours, and I listened to zero music. Like at one point I was like, should I put my headphones on? I was like, no. And I just didn't. Right. And so I didn't have a reason why. I just didn't. I just trusted the intuition. And that's what this whole time frame is about. So that brings me really to this. And I have this at 7:23. For those of you watching, for those catching on replay, on Sunday I'm going to open up. I've been guided to do an ancestral heart healing. Okay, so you see the times of when they are actually possible. The event will be $34 for this particular event. It's obviously free for our members. Okay, and I've also made it. I can't tell you. There's an exclusive I've been doing, but if you're not in it, I can't even say it online because then I can't. Um, so that's that. Okay. Other than that, check out our newsletter. We do have that newsletter. All right. It's free. You get a 60+ page download on all the chakra guides. We're doing a chakra clearing and healing this Sunday. And other than that, you can check out Aileen or myself, depending on if you want Akashic record readings or past life healings. You go towards Aileen. If you're looking for any of my services, you come towards me.
Yeah, just if you don't mind, I feel like I've been noticing this whole chakra healing as a clear message. Like that's what I'm going to do for the last week of the Sacred Innovators. I went back and I found one of the meditations I used to love and it really grounded me, and it was a chakra, like singing the bija seed of each chakra. So for anyone watching, if you're not feeling grounded, maybe just check which chakra is not balanced and do something with in order to heal it, whether it is meditation, yoga, mantras, the bija seed, going to this Sunday membership meet, like whatever it is. But I do feel like it is around getting back to ourselves, to our centers of power, to our chakras.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe later we can go into some Chinese medicine techniques and do the meridians, which are like the connections that go to each chakra. But right now, I feel a lot of energy just going like chakra healing, chakra healing, chakra healing. So
Yes.
yeah, that's just a channel.
Yes. Yes. No, real talk. And like I said, I'm specifically working on the ancestral heart. So understand, I'm not even talking about your heart. I'm talking about the ancestral heart. On this Sunday, we're working on the ancestral heart, re-inviting the compassion, the forgiveness. Okay, if you're in a situation and it's like, boom, you're not forgiving yourself, you're not forgiving an ancestor, somebody that's probably already dead. This stuff is holding us back from by being bitter, by being frustrated, right? By lacking understanding, and instead invite the compassion, invite the gentleness. Beyond that, check my YouTube and you'll see I made more clear like the specifics. So I'm gonna move forward. Thank y'all for hitting those thumbs up. Thank y'all for watching on Facebook. That's also really joy. I do appreciate it. And you want to pull up the charts?
Yeah, but they're already there. You should be able to just like present
Okay.
them.
If it was, it would be able to show up right here.
I already have them here.
I can't put it on screen from mine without the.
Look. Do yourself.
Okay. Okay, I'm coming. I can't put them up on screen, Aileen. It's only on the computer.
So I already uploaded it. I'm doing it again and see what's up. Yeah. Now remember when we tried it, like I can present it, but you had to put it in the studio somehow.
No, we didn't. You did it on your own. That's what you did.
No, it's already here. Like it's already here, but
Oh, my bad.
See, yeah.
My bad. It was just blank. It just said your name blank. My bad.
Oh, okay.
All right.
We got it now.
So
See, technology. I'm sorry.
Technology, bruh. Technology. Okay, so here's what we have for you right now. Okay. If I look at this chart, this is what's happening on the Vedic side. Can you scroll forward a little bit to show us the next chart? I'm going to help you understand what this means, which is a different way to look at the other chart. And then we go for one more. And this is going to be the Western that you're likely going to actually understand. So we're going to start Western, and I'm going to work it into understanding what's happening from the Vedic, right? So obviously, any full moon, the moon in Sagittarius right now is going to be opposite of the sun in Gemini. Now, what's beautiful is degree point theory. This happened at the second degree, which is the degree of supreme power. And supreme power in this instance is going to, like we said, be granted to you if you take time in nature around running streams of water, rivers, lakes, oceans, go to a pool, take a shower, meditation. This is going to help us understand the power and the assertion of Sagittarius, but from its occult parts. It's hidden side. Okay. And that is going to help to, and that's why we're being asked, because Gemini is technology. Gemini and the sun, Gemini and just Gemini and the sun. That Gemini is the media, it's the technology, it's our mind running. It's the anxiety from taking in too much, overconsumption. Okay, and our sun signs being aware of the fact that we're overconsuming. Sagittarius and the moon is ruled by this eighth house, this house of, hidden sectors, the underworld of our mind, okay, the underworld of our purpose. And the moon is part of that ancestral connection that we're talking about. And it's trying to connect us to the hidden wisdoms and the gifts that will actually take us away from our struggling. So right now, the main thing blocking us on this full moon in Sagittarius is overstimulation, collecting too much. So unplug your AC when you're not using it. Unplug your fan when you're not using it. Unplug your microphone, your washing machine. Okay, all the big devices in the house. This full moon is asking that we turn down the current. Turn down all shapes of electricity, which is converting into our nervous system, because Gemini is the nervous system. It's also the lungs. And so the lungs in Tai Chi, I might do this again on our Sunday membership. Again, remember, you can join in for a one time, all right? On this Sunday, you can join one time. There's a link. It's pinned up in the YouTube chat. Our lungs in Gemini, we're becoming conscious of our resistance. The lungs are what hold resistance. So resistance to take a new job, resistance to, I feel like, okay, yeah, resistance to take a new job, resistance to cut that relationship, resistance to marry that guy, resistance to buy a new car, okay, resistance to stop over consuming via media, even if it's me and Aileen right now. You know you need to get off, get off. That's what's happening on this full moon. Okay. And as I see, I mean, look, Sagittarius going to Neptune and Pisces. Okay, so these are two squaring type energies naturally, but they're still trining right now based off of coming out of Scorpio during the full moon time frame. So that's actually a 3-degree orb or so. It's not that far. And this is why Aileen kind of spoke about her dreams and the cloudiness. Okay. A lot of times confusion in the realms of divinity is what allows us to get through what we look at as a barrier. To move beyond a barrier, you have to allow the haze to confuse your mind, to actually confuse you, and to go through an illusion, to go through a delusion, so that you can step deeper into your imagination. That's what confusion is about, even in basic shamanism. And so it's not to fight, it's to trust this great mystery that's unraveling for us. So understand that right now we're like what? Third quarter moon? I forget. I forget where we are. But the moon right,
Um,
the quarter right before the full, right? The full's on about a week from now.
yeah, but we're in Virgo right now.
Okay, so we're in Virgo. So right now,
Yeah,
like it's
we've just passed the first quarter.
we just passed it in Leo, right?
Yeah, the first quarter was in Leo. Uh-huh.
Okay, so we're in that final stage of things having its final resolution, okay, and solution through death and through excretion, through getting rid of, all right, anything disturbing your nervous system. Because the other side of Virgo, the other side of Virgo is Gemini, and they're both different parts with unique responsibilities to the nervous system. So, Aileen, would you mind going to the first chart, the first Vedic chart? Now, to get more specific, okay, about what's happening with this. This is the Vedic side. The nakshatra for this, okay, the moon is in a nakshatra called Anuradha. So it's early enough in degree of Sagittarius that it kind of backtracks into Scorpio. The grand fear of Scorpio, right? That's funny. I met a Scorpio moon on a plane recently. And the key with this is it's tremendously about the God that runs it is about friendship. So my point is, you see at the top or on this video when you click why they left, okay? So Aileen, can you put why they left? 1806 timestamp. Why they left. So here's why they left. And who are they? So they is going to be where this particularly sits in your chart, especially if you know your Vedic, where Scorpio sits, or if you're in Western, where about Sagittarius sits, about 2 degrees. Okay, anywhere from 2 degrees, couple signs before or after, you'll have this Anuradha in your chart. And why they left? Okay, this is because Saturn, the father of time and responsibility, and a little influence of Mercury, which is our friendships, the way we communicate, the way we exchange gifts with our friends, words with our friends, sarcasm with our friends, but also your siblings, right? It is still a Mercurial element, your siblings. But I feel less about siblings and more about the friends in your immediate environment, the people that you're meeting with on the regular. Okay? These people, you're going to find that they're leaving because they have not withstood the test of time via integrity. So this full moon, you're going to realize that people are going to leave your life. People are getting out of your life right now. You're going to be like, why did they leave? And if you attach to the why more than the surrender, what's going to happen, you're going to miss the reward because this is a Saturnian energy. Okay. And the reward of you accepting the death, or at bare minimum, the entire transformation of that relationship, of your relationship with your immediate environment, and the stimulation that it provides, whether it's wind blowing in the trees, or a jackhammer cutting and breaking up with sirens in the background. You got to apply it to where you live. Ultimately, you're going to find that they left because they were a distraction. And if the relationship transforms with your environment, or the people around you, or the people that you engage with, even if in silence, but just through, again, a certain look, body language, X, Y, and Z, what you'll realize is they're going to transform from once being a distraction to something very positive and potent, and getting you closer to empowerment. And a lot of this is going to be somewhat of a solo journey. You're going to feel alone. So don't take it too seriously. Don't take it too toughly. And understand that this Scorpio energy actually wants to invite new intimacies, new depths of your current intimacies. And that's why you're going to find yourself alone for a little while. You're going to find yourself missing people. You're going to find yourself in these states because it's trying to get you more intimate with yourself so that you can show up more powerfully in the connection, in the relationship. If they don't leave, it's so that you can show up more powerfully and transform it. If they leave, it's because they were disempowering you. They were not bringing you strength. They were not the ways in which they've made you more resilient through trials and errors and even through pain is no longer necessary if they leave. If they stay, that resilience has transformed you. So this is a grand friendship energy, but it comes at a cost. A true friendship comes at a cost. It comes at a sacrifice, some way, shape, or form. Whether that's sacrificing time, whether it's sacrificing energy, whether it's sacrificing alcohol in your relationship, whether it's sacrificing sex to turn into a true friend. Whatever it is, it's getting you closer to truth. And that's what the great mystery was all about. It's about truth. And that's what Saturn is about. It's about truth. So this whole full moon is about truth from a Sagittarian and a Scorpio level truth, meaning it's very deep. Okay. And other than that, the second truth that's happening, you're going to find that on this full moon, you see the sun is in Kritika, or it's in Taurus still in Vedic. All right. In this particular part of Taurus in the sky, conjunct Jupiter at the same time, which is happening like now, today. There's a lot of fatherly energy, and the self-worth and self-esteem that you've built based off of you being 2 years old to 5 years old. So the parts of the relationship with your father that you're not conscious about, which is why we're going through that confusion that Aileen spoke about. Because you don't know, consciously speaking, who your father was when you were 2 to 5 years old. But this energy is shining light on the dynamics and the habits and your fixations, okay, on X parts of your ego. That is not good or bad, but there are certain parts of your ego that you're fixated on and you don't know where it comes from because you were 2 years old. You were 3 years old. You were 4 years old. You were 5 years old. 2 to 5 years old. And this memory is shining light on desires by killing desires of the father or of a role model who played a strong, masculine, cutting figure. When I say cutting, I mean they were precise. They were on point. They said the truth. They said it direct. They did what they wanted. They did it how they wanted. They did it on their own time. They did it without being rushed. They did it having patience only for themselves and not caring about the outside, not caring about anything outside, because Taurus is an internal energy. It's self-sustaining. And so as a child, as 2 to 5 years old, this can be tough to comprehend. And so what does it do? It creates a repression. So this full moon is shining light on that repression, and it's allowing you to literally, Kritika is represented by a knife. It's allowing you to cut through that particular part of your ego. And when I say your ego, I'm saying taking what you need at a primal level and supplying it only to yourself without understanding that a super ego exists, aka sharing that gift through this entire process with another. And so you got light shined on that at the quarter moon on Leo, because the quarter moon on Leo help you understand what was your primal need and how to get it consciously now. today by wiping away your subconscious program, at least a part of it. So that's what this full moon is about. Aileen, can you go to the middle? Thank you. So if you look at that moon in Anuradha, which is the Sagittarius Full Moon in Western right now, simultaneous, you see it says that symbol Saturn right next to it, and it has the Mercury symbol next to that. If I go over, the god that I'm talking about is Mitra. This is the god of friendship, literally. Okay, so we talked about that a little bit prior. Now the last part is the purpose. This part is important. The one that says D. The D here stands for Dharma. Dharma, meaning anybody that's living your life right now, it is Dharma. You cannot fight this. In a relationship that is transforming and becoming something different, if they stay, it is Dharma. You cannot change it. You can't change it. So we know that here's an example. We know that Mercury is siblings, yeah? Dharma. Right now I'm with my nephew, watching my nephew for my sister, by myself. Last night, for the first time, I slept in the same bed as my nephew. And he was so cute. He was just like on my chest. He was like, every time I try to push him over a little bit, like, yo, give me some space, bro, he just went, snuggled right back at me. Now, the funniest part is, he don't be hugging me outside of this sleepy environment, right? Like he'll hug me, but he'll be like, quick, and he'll run away. He's like, I ain't trying, I forget all that love stuff. Until he wants love. And now, even from that day, him sleeping on my chest for the first time, he's 3 years old. He's 3 years old. It's the first time he slept on my chest, all in my armpit. This is my point. This is Dharma. There's nothing I could have done ahead of time to create that deeper connection, to transform that relationship. Nothing. Literally nothing. We don't live in the same country. That's just a fact. But this is what I mean to make the point of Dharma. The connection literally transformed. Because Saturn, again, represents your family. And it also represents isolation. So this is just an example. It's like the moon is shining light on the family, on the isolation, and the environment within your family's dynamic. And how they shaped your friendships. Right? But also what is your integral part and what is your gift to share? Me as a sibling was my gift to share with the ancestors, with the generations. And I had him, and it's so funny. I wish I could put the video up here. I had lit the sage, and he's running around the house with the sage. I know in my life he's never done that. And it's funny. I was like, clean the energy. He's like, clean the energy. I was like, clean the energy. Clean the energy. And then at one point, he runs to the bathroom. He just opens the toilet and just starts shaking it. And the fire from the sage went in the toilet. And I was like, oh, snap. Did he just drop the sage in the toilet? And he didn't. He just dropped the fire and the sage in there. Then he closed it and he flushed it. Right? He ran into me. He burnt my knee. Capricorn. Saturn. He literally, right? Like he everywhere. Like I was like putting little fires out. He like burnt the curtain. He burnt the fridge. He just started burning stuff. And I was like, oh snap, my sister's gonna kill me. My point is, this is the immediate environment. This is the change. This is the shift. This is the cleansing of the nervous system. Like I know there's not a lot of sage going on up in here. You feel me? And so it's like, this is us supporting our networks, our connections, our friendships, okay, in a very powerful way. So that's an example. Again, this is Dharma. I never had this chance prior. So let's move into the actual forecast. This is what I have for the... What's up, man? All right.
Damn, life and technology has just been hard.
That's okay. So I have Aries. I'm going with Aries. Thank you for hitting those thumbs up and those likes button, y'all. Do remember we have the Heart Chakra event that's coming up. Okay, on Sunday, you have this opportunity to join. It's $34. All right. We're doing a cleansing on the ancestral heart. Okay, so not even really your heart, but your heart and the parts of it connected to the ancestors and actually being able to receive their gifts. When your heart is cleansed and clear, you can receive bigger and bigger gifts this year. Okay? So now we move into the first forecast, Aries. Sagittarius, full moon in Aries. Aries represent the ninth house of fathers. Okay, the ninth house of gurus and mentors, as well as the isolated journey deeper into yourself. Now, the moon obviously always going to run your fourth house, and this is what I just said, ancestors. So like this don't get no cleaner and clearer than this. Like I'm in Aries, I'm here. I see my grandpa for the first time in years, my dad for the first time in years, my nephew for the first time in 1 year. He's the last one I've seen actually, and now 4 generations. Me as an Aries, we're all lining up and we're here. And so Sagittarius full moon is shining light on the mystery of learning how to trust the divine masculine for Aries. This is a huge one, okay? Because Aries, you're very young by default, 0 to 2 years old. And so your divine masculine is actually always an inspiration to male figures, okay? Even if you are one that learns a lot from male figures. You got to check in. Yes, baby. Okay, let's do that. You got it? You got it? Okay. So you're learning from male figures, right? And you're teaching the male figures. So I just gave the prime example. Like I went outside with my nephew, and we, as an Aries, real forecast, I'm like his ninth house right now, right? I'm being the ninth house. I'm being the role model in a sense. And we'll go outside. He has his shoes on. There's pure grass, nothing but pure lush green grass. And I was like, take your shoes off. I took my shoes off. I put my feet, my natural feet, in the dirt and the trees. It wasn't no dirt. It was just grass. And he looked at me. He was like I can't take my shoes off. Like I can't do that. And I'm like, take your shoes off. And he's like, nah, I can't take my shoes off. Like I took his shoes off. He was so happy to have his feet in the grass. Right? Your feet felt good in the grass? He was so happy to have his feet in the grass. So my point is, here you go, baby boy. My point is, that is Aries in this instance of inspiring and role modeling, where if I'm being honest, like none of my fathers, until the point of potentially slavery, did they wear their feet bare in the grass, bare in the dirt, bare in the nature. And so you're just in a stage of role modeling right now, Aries. Sagittarius is bringing light on to you about in which ways and who and what areas are you here to role model. Now, my Sagittarius second house, right? This is the family. This is the innate family. It doesn't get much younger than him being 3 years old, right? Like that's the second house. Like I said, Taurus is 2 years old to 5 years old, and he's 3. So this falls right in line my Sagittarius second house, for example. So that's what I have for you, Aries. Aileen, what you got?
So I got the Six of Pentacles, which is about sharing, and it could be because it's Pentacles. I feel that we always think it's something material, but because it is a ninth house transit, I feel that it's more about the knowledge, the beliefs, like precisely what you did with your nephew as an Aries. That is sharing something that you already have with a new generation. It is sharing your beliefs, how you work with the grass, how you deal with the energies. Like honestly, this whole belief system that you have is being passed on to the next generation. So this is how this ninth house, fourth house is working in this instant. And again, the Six of Pentacles is just showing us how to be generous about it. And in a sense, I feel like this card just came out to make us aware that this is what will benefit us and will benefit like the world or the people around us, specifically around family, because four houses and sisters. So family, some people that you share the house with, but like because it might be not a family member per se, but it could be like a roommate or a partner, a couple. So this is what I got for you.
Thank you. No, I think I feel it's directly on point. Because understand that if Six Pentacles, it's an Earth house or Earth energy at bare minimum, and understand that Earth is also the skills that you have that you're born with, right? Like Taurus type energy, the things you're born with. Like you could be born with kindness, you could be born loving, so you share that kindness, you share that loving nature, you share that heart. Okay, here we go. So Sagittarius full moon. All right. We have Taurus in the 8th house. and the moon ruling your third. Excuse me. Taurus, the first thing I'm getting is a tremendous amount of expression is coming to light. What you're expressing is a great question, but I feel like you might be expressing something that you've been deeply passionate about and something that you've been researching and probably kept private, in the meanwhile, but you're ready to start voicing and expressing that research, that deep dive, that psychological motivation of yours to the light. It's getting ready to happen. The Sagittarius Full Moon is helping you understand who are the friends that are going to help support that process and who are the friends that are not going to support that, because you're likely coming into something that is more authentic and true to you. And because of it, it's going to be much heavier for those who enjoyed parts of you that were more involved in people pleasing and actually being victim to judgment. And that's something that, like I said, allow it to transform, Taurus. And ultimately what I find is you're going to be making big bank. This is the chunky money sector. This is the fat rewards. Okay. And thank you for hitting that thumbs up on Facebook. I do appreciate you. I'll see y'all. So this is what I have for you, Taurus. What you got, Aileen?
For Taurus, I got the Judgment card. And it is about making sure that you hear the calling. Like right now, it is saying that a spirit is trying to talk to us, well, Taurus energy in particular. And it is about listening to all of these messages, like not being blind to it. And I feel like it goes into your card of the great mystery. It's just trust and be open and do a little of disconnecting in order to connect. So disconnecting from the internet, from all of these sources of distraction, and connecting with actually ourselves, so we can hear the great mystery, the spirit, all of these messages that they already have in store for us. So, and it is also indicating a new change of path. So just be open to it. Whatever it is that they say that they whisper, just take it with an open mind, because that's what's going to benefit you the most.
1,000% Taurus, because understand that, Sagittarius and Gemini are mutable energies, and that always represents change. So hear what she said. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up, Taurus, and being here. If you made it to the end of this, Taurus, drop the ball, letting me know that you watched this on replay and that you enjoyed it. And let us know if you're watching live what your rising signs are. Okay. Gemini, thank you for hitting the thumbs up and the likes button early. I do appreciate you. Okay. If you make it to the end of your forecast, I want you to literally drop the twins holding hands. Okay. And if not that, drop the Gemini sign. All right. Gemini, you're the co-star of the show, right? Sagittarius Full Moon. And you are also the symbol of where friendships really began. Okay. After you understand who you are and kind of get secure into that. So when it looks like this, like, when I go back to the title of why they left, Gemini, they left because there were challenges, there were literally challenges in your connections, who you thought was significant in your life. They wanted something that wasn't very clear to you. Maybe you thought it was clear prior, and then you realize, dang, we weren't on the same page. And somewhere along the way, the energy didn't match. And so as a part of that, Gemini, you're realizing, how did your family's foundation and their value system help to structure your attraction to such friends, and your magnetizing energy to bring them, and your magnetizing personality, I want to say more so, to bring them. It's like now you might be seeing a shift in your own personal behavior, your own, energetic draw is changing, and you're starting to receive and balance out the messages from different realms, with your clear audience. You have that clear audience ability to hear what can't be heard. And right now you're balancing out, and you're starting to discern in a very clear way, what am I hearing? Who's speaking? Maybe the who doesn't matter so much, but what's the essence of the message? Okay. And you're being able to bring that down into the physical world, no matter what realm or reality or timeline it's coming from, Gemini. And so for you, this is a process where you really kind of got to let go of the logic that's going to really screw you up. Like if your devices and technology are going haywire right now, you're like, why is it going on? And you're trying to do problem solving, and it might bring you more confusion right now. And if it does, it's because you're not embracing that great mystery. Okay, connect with your own sense of self-reliance, connect with your own sense of self-appreciation. And what you're going to find is you'll step back into that oneness, and that will bring your twin. That will bring your the reflection where somebody is actually different than you, and your natural open and accepting nature accepts their differences without attaching to they're not like me, and instead be open and accepting that actually I can create a very significant relationship with you because you're exactly 64% different. And that 64% different gives me enough space for us to be the same, where we can actually connect and communicate, but different where, you know, we're useful to each other. We enjoy each other. We surprise each other. We can inspire each other, because eventually, if you were just like me, I don't really need you, and I don't really want to date myself. I don't really want to only be around myself. I want to expand my understanding of all. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. If you made it to the end of this so far, make sure you drop the twins holding hands or the Gemini symbol. Aileen, what you got for us?
So I got the sun, but reversed, which is about vitality, energy, blessings coming through. But the gist of this is that it is delayed. So it might have to do with these transits that we're going on right now, and just allowing a change of path, a change of direction, and a change of um, heart, even, and understanding that maybe that's all that we need. Because there are these blessings coming. Like, after all, it is a second house ruler. So it is about material blessings and gains too. It is about the vitality of our own body. Like, it is about our own values coming through fruition. And it is going to come, but there's something still that has to fall into place before that happens. But understand that this is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, because it just means that whatever, when it comes, it's gonna be like the full thing. It's not gonna come like just one over here and one over here, or just like, oh, I found like 10 pesos in the street. No, it's like gonna be a full dream coming to fruition. All of your efforts that you've been doing from 6 months ago, when we had the Sagittarius new moon, these are the dreams that are coming true right now. But again, there's just a couple of things that just need to fall into place, so you can have better use of whatever blessings are coming. It's just making sure that you're not going to blow it in some desire, in some like short-term healing. It is in order to make sure that your heart, your mind, your soul is in the right place, it is aligned, and you're going to
Uh-huh.
be able to actually take the full oh, I forgot its word. Like, you're going to take the full advantage, the complete advantage of all of these blessings that are coming your way.
Facts. When she was talking, what I heard is, um, Gemini, you really want to be aware about buying into that expectation of somebody else. Okay, about how you spend your money, about how you use your resource, about how you use your asset, about how you use your whatever. Okay, don't buy into what the foundational family, the ancestral grounding, believes is valuable and beautiful. Right? Don't buy into that. They have a certain understanding of a certain brand, a certain, and it's like, is it you though? Is it you? Is that what you really want? Is that how you want to spend your abundance? And that's why it's on pause for you. All right. But it's going to unlock soon. Gemini, you made it. Drop the Gemini. All right. Letting us know that you're letting go of the expectation. Cancer, what up? Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. Hey.
Oh, wow.
I know,
No,
right?
it
That was
was
mad.
pink.
That was pink. I've never seen that before. Thumbs up.
No, yeah, I've seen like
Thumbs up.
blue, but
I know. I'm trying to do it again. Thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Um, so Cancer, what up? What up? What up, baby girl? Sagittarius Full Moon in the 6th house. The first thing I need to understand right now is that Cancer and Sagittarius have a natural quincunx energy, meaning they have a natural misunderstanding. They naturally don't, they're not naturally on the same page. And now when I add this 6th house element, the 6th house squares Sagittarius, but it's 6th house Cancer. And so it's like, okay, you got a little harmony and a little tension, and it's going to be a little bit of both. And ultimately, when I look at this, Sagittarius is going right back to that friend circle, you know, and why did they leave? This may be you losing a job or having a job come to just its fruition. And it may seem a little bit like a storm right now, like things are changing. You know, your connections are changing. Who you used to work with is no longer who you work with now. And you might just be in the same job, but in a completely different department. And so this change is affecting you at a personal level with the moon, you know, but that's not very random for you. That's actually very common, right? Your first house ruler. But go with the flow in the change of personality, right? Because you're a watery sign, like you can absorb the emotions and feelings of others. So if you find that who and what you're absorbing, whether it's somebody else's intuition, whether it's their psychic abilities, whether it's their health habits and how they eat, okay, and how they fuel, because this 6th house is always about how. It's not the what, it's about how to solve a problem within your own health, mentally, physically, spiritually, and otherwise. Okay, and so I feel because it's a Sagittarius, this is about healing your. This is psychic health for you. Literally, this is not taking in people's psychic projections, not taking in their gaslighting tendencies. This is not taking in and kind of bringing all that stuff to a close, right? And clarifying your vision, clarifying your own emotional subjectivity, and taking the time to be alone and connect with believing in yourself, okay? And as you believe in yourself through experience, Cancer, and that's the key with the 6th house, you have to experience the action, not imagine and dream it. And the experiencing of the action will give you more confidence to do more of it, whatever that thing is. And you're going to find yourself stepping into this new evolution of your personality. And I would even say changing up your little routine to match that would be most beneficial, Cancer. What you got for us, Aileen?
For you, like the tower in reverse, which is about anything. I'm gonna feel of anything old. These old structures, like if you've been in your work for a long time, or if you have been like in this friendship for a long time, those are the things that are going right now because they're holding you back from your own new identity, from who you are today. So those needs to be completely wiped off. So when you start building up again, you have an actual good foundation to keep going higher. Like if you see here, like the tower is crooked, and this is about understanding that if you have strong enough foundations, you can build in a way where it can allow you to go as high as you want. And right now, the way you have it, it is crooked. Like there's parts of yourself that you are not right now anymore. And that's what is like makes a side go limp, or you're in a work where you don't really enjoy it anymore, or where it's become a toxic environment. So that's another little part of you that goes out, or even your routines. Like what are the routines that you're doing right now just because, and it's automatic pilot. Like maybe just understanding like, okay, I used to do this because it helped me, but is it really helping the person that I am today? Is it really helping the version that I see of myself, of like the best version of myself? So just reflect a little bit about that, and don't be afraid to make the changes. Like they're gonna come whether you want it or not, and it's best if you just understand it from right now and you start making the changes yourself so you can go at your own pace and understand how it benefits you. Because otherwise, like the tower, it is shocking. Like it is gonna just come and like swoop it out in one full blow, and then you're gonna be like, what just happened? And it's gonna force you to change anyways. So that is just the advice. Like, do it as quickly and as you want before life just do it for you in not such a kind way.
Mm. Thank you, Cancer. If you enjoyed that, I want you to drop the wave, letting you know that you're washing away these programs and the routines and the habits that are not allowing that tower moment to actually transform your entire process and bring you closer to a sense of enlightenment. All right. So thank you for that thumbs up. Leo, what up, baby girl? I just feel right now like you baby lioness. Um, First off, thank you for being here, Leo. Hitting the thumbs up and the likes button. If we go back, understand that right now I'm going right back to that Mitra, and it takes a long time to create the friendships that you actually desire. It takes a long time to have a sense of confidence and a connection that actually pours into you the way you need to pour into yourself, right? The way you want to pour into yourself, the way you deserve to pour into yourself. And this is what I'm kind of getting right now. Like, it's about taking the time and the energy and the efforts to share some specialized information. This full moon is clarifying what that specialized information is. You've been curious about what to study, about what to learn, and potentially which friends do you want to communicate with, and you want to commune with, do you want to spend a long time building something stable with. Uh, and if not the friends, it could literally be the sister, it could be the brother, because this is a mercurial energy. It could be somebody in the family, no doubt, without a doubt. It could be somebody within the family, Leo. Um, and it also is why they left, right? So there's that other side of, you're going to realize, why do some people in that family left, why certain siblings and cousins left, why certain connections that you used to be really close with, that were really close to you, like they lived close to you, and if they didn't live close to you, you met them more than 3-4 times a week, and you might see like now they have left. And understand that extend this outside of your physical environment and look at it from your social environment, right? Which means somebody you were on the phone with. This could be somebody that you were with in Instagram, YouTube. Somebody you used to watch as a guru, as a father figure. Somebody you watched as a mentor. That maybe now they are leaving out of your life, or maybe you need to leave out of their life. Especially with the moon ruling the 12th house, this is a house of loss. This is a house of completion, divine perfection. And so if you know in your heart that you're supposed to let somebody go, especially in the father role to you somehow, some way, which you may try to consider a brother, but you may think they're really a father if you dig deeper, then you're blocking some grand success that is on the other side, okay? Um, some sense of recognition. So be willing, Leo, to gain a new form of recognition right now. And I do feel like when I said it, it said understand that this recognition is going to be more spiritual, aka internal. So examine yourself, and you'll get the answer. What you got, Aileen?
Like, I feel like you've been just like right on point. Like, all these energies are leading to the same path. I have the strength card, and right when you start, you say like, "Hey, what's up, baby girl?" Like, you feel like this feminine energy, and I feel that's exactly what it's called for. This strength card. It even has a lion. It is the Leo card in the tarot. So it is about not forcing things and not trying to control it, not trying to go like the harsh way or trying to control with a in a physical way. He talks about the strength that we have within, like, our willpower, within thinking things through versus just forcing everything the way that we want it to be. So tap into that, tap into your feminine, understand that more can come from this. Maybe you're asked to do a little bit of rest in order to go through all of this. That's all of this 12th house actually motives that are going on in your life, because it might be easier in some ways to just like pretend that it's not happening and just keep going full force. But that is exactly where the strength card comes, and it's like, no, don't keep pushing through. Like take your time to reflect, to journal, to understand what is going on, why is it going on, understand our own internal place, and then from that we get the actual willpower, strength to keep going into the right direction versus trying to force it into something that is not really going to be beneficial for us.
Bang, bang, bang. So Leo, drop that lion card, letting you know that you got the strength. I mean, there's no irony that you got the strength card and you're the Leo. Not at all. So drop that line, knowing that that inner strength is something worth securing. Okay. Virgo, what it do, baby girl? There's a bunch of girls in here today. The girl party. Virgo, thank you for hitting the thumbs up and the likes button. If you're watching this on replay, I want to say thank you. I want to say I appreciate you. We do got the heart event coming up on Sunday, so check that out. It's pinned up in the chat in the comments. If you're interested in a heart chakra cleansing, it's funny that you're the only one I said that for, forecast wise. What's up? You want more?
No.
Okay. Virgo, he's like, I want more. Virgo, give me a moment.
Okay, so while that's happening, let me see which card blew up. Okay, for you, I have the card of the moon, which is about like shedding light into secrets, into things that you didn't really want to get out. So I feel that this is a time to understand what is going on privately, and it is time for that to reflect on the outside in your networks, in whatever your group friend is right now, in whatever your work environment is looking like. Like it start to unify who you are in these two areas of your life. And this full moon, like the full moon by itself, just shines light into something. And right now, it is shining light into your fourth house, so whatever is private. And now you have the actual moon card. So it is like all of those secrets keep coming up. Like there is no way around this. There is no way that you're gonna get away with anything. Like literally, I know that Virgo, you might wanna have this urge to be private, and in some ways that is good because you're protecting yourself. But right now, it is about unifying who you are. Like if you really don't like somebody, like just tell them. Like maybe don't be as blunt, but it is time for that relationship to end. Like why are you putting yourself in this position where you don't like where you are, where you don't like what you're doing, and you keep doing it? Like if you come home and the first thing that you do is complain to your husband or like your partner or roommates or family about your work, then it is time to go and change that work. Like it is time to just make that change, and anything that was private, that was like just in your house space, in your family space, to actually be truth in the outside. Because again, this full moon, no matter what, is going to shine light on it. And it could be in a nefarious way where somehow somebody screenshots your conversation and it goes out in public. Like that is just one way that it can be if you don't do it first. Like if you don't start making these changes, like it is gonna come out in a nasty way that is not gonna be good for you.
Facts. I hear it. Virgo, I actually had a dream about you the other day, and there's a tremendous amount of wisdom that you have. Now, the irony was the wisdom was connected to your divine feminine. I didn't even realize I had a dream about you until it's just like right now. It's connected to your divine feminine. It's a divine feminine wisdom. And this was interesting because Sagittarius is the full moon, which is technically a masculine sign, but Sagittarius has a lot of feminine roots. Okay? Because we all know the wisest teacher is a woman. Like, let's be honest. Like, if you really, really dig deep into it, like the wisest teacher is a woman. It's the womb. And Virgo, you are the virgin. So your womb is pure. That's why everybody wants to grab you. And I think it's because I had an Uber driver who was a Virgo. And she reminded me recently, like, you have a pure energy where everybody wants to grab you. especially when they're not dealing with their own stuff. Now, that is your reflection. That's the delusion of the moon card. Hear what I just said? Everybody wants to grab you because they're not taking care of themselves. So Virgo, this full moon is going to show you how you don't take care of yourself. That's what's happening, Virgo. It's going to show you how you do not step into examining your feelings in an emotional way, not in a psycho-social way, aka spending more and more time with friendships. So when you wonder why they left, it's happening. What's up, J-Lo? If you wonder why they left, it's happening because at the end of the day, you've taken care of other people better than you've taken care of yourself. And the moon card is starting to show you that it's not just because you're a nice person. It's because you're afraid to dig a little bit deeper into what's going on within me. And so understand that you're actually enabling and disempowering both yourself and the others. When you do this, now you'll be able to give from a place of strength. You'll be able to give from a place like a mother who can nurture the world, the divine mother, which you're naturally connected to as the seams of reality. So Virgo, this is something I'm really excited about. I know for a fact that you can use an energetic cleansing, okay? Especially on the spiritual side, right? Sagittarius Full Moon is about stepping into the more unseen realms of healing. Not what you can heal with your physical hands. Because you, Virgo, I only have one hand because I'm eating a cookie. Boobies! You, Virgo, boobies! Boobies! I don't even know what it is. I feel like it's telling me nurture. That's what it's telling me. It's telling me nurture. The boobies, like nurture. You must nurture like the cow who has their udders and feeds their children. But the cow must feed itself to feed the children. You get what I'm saying? If the cow's not feeding itself, it has no healthy, nutritious milk or nurture to give to the children or the babies or your large network. Because you see, the ruler of the moon is your 11th house, and the moon is the people. And 11th house is the largest network. You see how long I held my hand here and I didn't even realize it? Like it just held and it held open, Virgo. So that says, let the nurture pour into you. Just be willing to receive. And everything you're asking for, understand, it's just waiting for you. All right, Virgo, if you made it this far, drop a star, letting you know that you're pure and that you're stepping back into this pure divine role.
What's up, Libra? So I don't really have a card yet. I'm doing timestamps, but damn. So you're going through something, Libra. It's a lot of silence. Like, no, let them contemplate themselves. What you've been doing. So I got for you the Hierophant and the Nine of Swords. So it is that if you've been having some crazy dreams, if you've been having nightmares, or even just like trouble sleeping, I feel like you do have some kind of trouble, something that is keeping you up, that is having insomnia. And then you combine it with the Hierophant, which is all about spreading the messages from the divine. Like they're trying to have you listen to whatever is going on, like just allow yourself to trust. And I feel like a lot of this despair, whatever it is that you're going through, it is just because you're stuck on earth, like a more physical plane. And it goes all back to this shamanic card of like disconnect in order to connect. So yeah, like this is a yeah, sleep has been difficult to get here, and especially if it is about sorrow, if it is about something that it's been keeping you up all night because it is going through your mind. So it is about changing whatever you do in your third house. Like, what are your routines connecting? Like, what are the distractions that you go through in your normal life? So it is maybe
Distractions.
about, huh?
Distractions. They just had to
Yeah,
yell.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it is maybe about changing, like maybe just don't go in your car, like your normal commute. If you go in a car, like maybe change it up to walking, to public transportation, to biking, or even if you're still going in your car, like maybe it is about not listening to the radio station. Maybe it is about not listening to music and allow yourself to do a little bit of this um, transcendental meditation, which is about meditating while you're doing things, like just being present by focusing on one of the things that you're doing, like fully being in there. Maybe it is about how you relate to social media. Maybe it is about changing that and going to a podcast, or not even that, just allowing yourself to be in silence. Like, it is about change. Whatever is in your third house area, it needs a change in order for these messages to come through. And so you can finally go ahead and rest, like sleep. Maybe I'm listening right now that maybe it is going to be beneficial for you to journal it, like by hand, like just write down all of your thoughts before going to sleep and allow the paper to hold it. And plus, it has the benefit that once that you write something down, like half of the problem is gone because you understand what is going on. You understand objectively, like, okay, I can change this, so I shouldn't worry, or I cannot change this, so why am I worrying? So these are the advice that I have for you at the moment. Oh,
Yeah.
come on, you have your mouth looking.
Yo, it's funny. Libra just like wanted silence. Like I didn't even get it until you said it. You're like, oh, it's just silent, and I was like, oh, she's right. Because I just didn't want to talk. Like in all sincerity, I just didn't want to talk. And so Libra, I'm feeling this is what's happening. Like, stop talking to certain people who you talk to just to waste time, just to be a distraction, just to fill up and take out some of this excess energy. Okay, be in the void. You see it right here. You see it right here. Be in the void. Do more creating, more art. Let. I love art as a transcendental meditation. I love playing instruments as a transcendental meditation. Right, like whether I play the drums or the xylophone or wind instruments. As an air sign in the third house, an air instrument would help you the most. A flute, a clarinet, a piccolo, an ocarina. How you say
Karina.
ocarina? An
Yeah, I'm
ocarina,
even feeling like just singing. Like for
singing.
you, this method of singing the bija seed of the chakras, that is gonna help you. Like maybe just do a little bit more focusing on the throat chakra, but it does tell me like this is the kind of meditation that will help you heal whatever is out of balance with the chakras, just like doing the actual sound.
It's a fact. Hum. Ham. Hum, pronounced hum,
Um,
is the sound of the throat chakra. Throat sound and the chakra medicines. Okay, so hum, and I forget, I should have typed this. It's pronounced hum, and let that stimulate your pineal gland, because the opposite of the third house is exactly that. It's the pineal gland. Also, let that play in the background as your distraction noise. So, type in throat chakra on YouTube. Get them chanting, hum, and when you're just cooking and doing and cleaning your house and doing whatever, let the hum or the ham throat sound play in the background and join in a few times with it, you know, especially if you find it's difficult to just sit, meditate, and start doing a hum, especially then, and just kind of do it while you're doing other things, so that You can be busy doing productive things rather than busy doing harmful things, Libra.
Yeah, just being busy to be busy.
Exactly. Try to be busy to be productive, because you have that much energy that you can do that. And work with the throat chakra clearings. Okay, clear the throat. You have a selenite wand. Dig in the throat area with the wand. Sage, smoke, all third house things. Cleanse. Okay, um, with the smoke. All right, Libra. We'll see you soon.
That's interesting.
What's up?
What J-Lo is saying, now the food clubhouse.
She created the flute to the gene keys. Yeah, J Lo, I want to hear more about that. Okay, Scorpio. Everybody hit the thumbs up and the likes button. Libra, if you made it this far and you were still listening, drop the scales. If you're watching this on replay, letting us know that you're going to balance out the distraction with the transcendental meditations. Okay. Scorpio, here we go. I met a Scorpio moon recently. Funny enough, Sagittarius Full Moon on a plane, going abroad. And Scorpio, you're going through your second house as the natural sign opposite to the second house. I do feel like you're in the process of generating an income that you foresaw a long time ago. You foresaw a way to generate income where maybe you weren't even thinking about making money, to be honest, but it was a skill that you have, that you've been honing, that has been hidden in a little bit of an illusion. Is he really loud? Can you hear him really, really loud?
I mean, I just think it's cute. I just hear
My boy.
wow, 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 wow,
My boy, busy. 1 second. Okay. All right. Scorpio. It's funny. The second house is literally. Hey. I'm on the phone. Okay. Por favor. All right. You want to say hi?
That little laughter. Hi.
That's my little nephew, y'all. Okay. He's in his own realm. It's nap time. Okay, here we go. So, Scorpio, my bad. I'm back. Second house is the family, right? Like, honestly, second house is a family house. I'm a Scorpio rising. You obviously see I'm right here. I'm with my nephew, right? I spoke a little about this as an Aries, in the Aries one earlier. Ninth house is about mentors, father figures. Second house goes right back to nature and getting very close to the ground. So, Scorpio, right now, a Sagittarius Full Moon, one thing I'm getting that I want you to do is to lay down on the ground more. Even if you have a bed, lay on the floor. Put your yoga mat out and just lay on the floor. Go into the grass, lay on the grass. I went out with my nephew earlier. We put our feet in the grass. I could tell he looked at me like, yo, can I take my shoes off? And so he looked at me as the mentor. He literally looked up like, I don't know, I can't do that. Like, I want to do that, but I'm not supposed to take my shoes off. I'm outside. And I could tell, and like that. No. And I could tell that, he's not used to being able to put his feet in the grass. And so, Scorpio, it's about getting very close to nature. We were hugging trees earlier. I kissed a tree, he kissed a tree. I hugged the tree, he hugged the tree. I put my shoes off. He wasn't doing that, but I took his off, and then he was happy, and he ran outside for like 40 minutes just in the grass. And so, Scorpio, this is a family-orientated transit, I find. But you may find, because Sagittarius, you might be taking isolation into the family, where it's interesting that I'm currently on astrocartography, which I'm doing astrocartography readings. If anybody interested, take an astrocartography reading if you're trying to leave the U.S. or anywhere, it don't matter. This is a Saturn line for me. right? And so Saturn aligns to isolation. Sagittarius is an energy of isolation. It's an energy of meditation. It's an energy of trans. I don't have the word, but like just like trans-dimensional steps deeper into God, into oneness, into self-belief. The stronger you believe yourself, the more you become one with God. And it's like this is happening for you, okay, in your completion energy, Scorpio, right? Um, yeah, I'm not going to ask questions. Yeah, so this is happening for you in this completion energy. And ultimately, at the end of the day, it's making you feel calm. It's calming you. It's recharging you in a way that you need, in a way that you've been craving, in a way that you feel like you've lost. And it's giving you the clarity of, why did I feel this way? What is this great mystery behind the entire journey going like this? Whether your finances have been a little erratic, especially with Taurus being near, it's coming to a close. And we'll see what Aileen has to say as well. But understand, it's coming to a close. Like Gemini season is coming. Gemini and Jupiter and Gemini is coming in a week. So my point is, Taurus and our awareness on our monies, our awareness on the family and the programs, it's starting to shift. It's starting to leave all within from now until a week later. By the Sag Full Moon, 2 more days later, Gemini and Jupiter. And it's like, wow, okay, the wisdom about how to spend your money, about how to generate it, about what you're deeply passionate about the resources you want to involve yourself with, about the real estate you want to engage in, all this stuff. Allow 1 more week from this video and a couple more days, and it will clear. It will clear. Aileen, what you got?
I got the 10 of Wands. So this is just like a warning of, don't take more than you actually want. Like, really just take a look on your beliefs of what are the things that you truly want, what are the things that you truly value, what are the things that you actually want to invest in. Like, just making sure that you don't bite more than you can chew in some way. So whatever it is, like if it's like around a family, around a mentor, mentoring somebody else, if it's about getting into a new real estate project, if it is within food, alimentation, like just make sure that you don't make too many changes at once. Also, like just understanding that one step at a time, just focus on what is the the thing that is most important to you right now, the thing that you value most right now, the thing that is gonna bring you the most fruits right now, and just focus on that one. If something has to be let go, then allow to let it go. It is gonna come back if it is meant for you. And if it's not, then you save yourself a lot of energy that you would have been putting into that instead of your actual dream, instead of your actual thing that you value. So that is just the little warning for you, Scorpios. Just don't carry too much. And make sure that everything that you're doing is actually something that you want, because that is also something that this card can mean, that you're taking too much of somebody else's dreams, of somebody else's desires. Just understand that you have to be first into yourself and understand what is it, what you truly want. And then that is what you do. No, nothing that comes from society, other people, or even your mind. Like, what does your heart really yearns for right now?
I'm Vata and I'm eating cookies. Yeah, I don't eat cookies. I
Yeah, I
don't
thought it
eat
was weird that it
cookies.
was a cookie. I was like, okay.
No, it was a cookie. It's a. You could tell I'm with my nephew. I'm eating
Oh,
cookies. Like, but I'm still Vata, and all these chemicals in here are definitely not. My body's not happy with it. It's actually not terrible, believe it or not. It still ain't me, but it ain't terrible. It is not as bad as most. Um, the biggest thing she said, Scorpio, is take your time. That second house, like let's look at it, like let's be serious, right? Like it's the second house. Take your time, very slow. Ninth house, It's a journey. It's never straight with ninth house, never with Sagittarius. It's like this. It's like this. It goes in reverse. It goes diagonal. It gets lost. It jumps portals. It comes back. Take your time. All right, Sagittarius, you got a thing for me? One step at a time. Yes.
Yeah, the Sagittarius is just like 3 comments up.
Oh, I see it. So you're the first Sag. You're the first house. Oh. Okay, Sagittarius, let's do something. All right. So you've become more deeply intimate with yourself, and you're in the process of bringing that into full illumination. Okay, Sag, like when it comes down to it, you're just brand new. Parts of yourself that were overly boastful, you've come to terms with it. You understand it. And you're no longer needing to crave the energy and attention from that. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. Because you understand that to be a true master is to allow people to choose you. And so, Capricorn, you're in the process of focusing on you. You're in the process of focusing on personal needs, instinctual needs. Okay? The way I see this is not the time to try to focus on trying to support other people, and realize that right now they're going to be supported just by you focusing and loving and treating yourself very well. Sagittarius, you are one of the symbols right now, especially with the moon coming in full completion here, that by pretending you don't care, you can let another person's judgment dictate your own desires. Thank you. And that's not helpful to them. What's helpful to them is to dictate and make a decision on your own desires, to believe in yourself more than you believe in the person you love, the person you care for. And that will connect you again to your own divine presence, to the God deep inside your own heart, deep inside your own soul. And what you're finding right now is this is going to allow you to really start making decisions that are fulfilling, and they serve you, and they serve your desires, and they serve your passions. They serve your intrinsic focus. And that makes you indestructible. Although Nephi said, huh? And that's really where it is. He was like, huh? He knows. He was like, yes, they're indestructible. So hit the thumbs up and the likes button. Eileen, what you got for us? If you feel indestructible, yeah, I know, right? If you feel indestructible, Sag, drop the lightning bolt. What's up?
I love having this special guest today.
Huh?
Yeah, so a lot of wisdom.
You want to meet Zalo?
Oh, yeah, and he's so cute. Like, he's just so darn cute.
Come here, Ozzy. Say hi, Aileen.
Like, I already said hi.
See, he right. He came, but he hiding. Say hi, Aileen. Okay. No? He's shy. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. His birthday is tomorrow. He's gonna have his Mars conjunct the North Node in Aries.
Oh,
Say hi. He look like me? He look like me? Say hi. No? Okay. The shyness hit.
He plopped like me.
He plopped.
So for you, Sagittarius, sorry, get derailed, but we have the Devil card. So Can you hit me with the Sagittarius
Yeah, I got you.
houses
I
so
got
we
you.
can make like
3, 2.
is it of
Got it.
course first house
Got
and
it.
eighth house. So yeah, like you're going through a change within yourself, your own person, how you see yourself, and the devil is just a warning of don't being so derailed, like specifically around material things. Like, what are the things that are taking you away from who you truly are? And this is specifically material. So it could be just like making yourself numb by eating a lot. You could be making yourself numb by drinking a lot and just pass out and just not allow yourself to be who you truly are. Like just all of these beliefs that you have around your own self, they might be outdated because you're not allowing yourself to actually spend time with you. And this could be again a lot of media. This could be even people like being addicted to a certain person, and that you know that they're not precisely or exactly good for you, but you keep hanging around them because they have something, they're enticing, they're magnetizing, and you feel like you cannot pull away from that energy. But what you're not realizing right now is that by you being in that energy, you're staying in the projection field of somebody else. So what you're seeing at yourself right now is not yourself, is that other person. Yeah, that's it. It's each person. Like again, everything else stands. Like there could be other distractions, but the main thing here is that you're taking into traits of somebody else. And I'm not saying that this person is bad for you. I'm just saying that you first have to realize who you are yourself before you getting into this whole other energy. Like there's nothing wrong with sharing time and space with somebody else, but if you keep taking these traits, just be aware of what are you doing. Like if you want to take some of the positive traits of this person, then that's a good thing. But I feel that the danger right now is that you're taking in everything, positive or negative. So again, this is where the drinking, the eating might come because maybe this is something that you see that other person do. Maybe you're feeling like you see that they stay the whole night up playing video games, so you start doing the same thing. And maybe it's not something that you even want to do, but you're taking in this projection. So again, just have some time for yourself, maybe a day where you don't see anybody, and allow your own energies to come through and see how you feel being yourself in your own body. Just again, aligning who you truly are for yourself, and then seeing and playing it out with everybody else as see what you do like, what you don't like, and choose which are the projections, which are the other people traits that you actually want to embody versus just taking in everything whole and believing that this is yourself when it's not true.
Facts, because you're Sagittarius. What are you if not your beliefs? Like this is what you're made up of. That's your first house. Like you're made up right now of the beliefs of people outside of yourself. And she said it. So step back into your truth. Understand that your truth is not universal. It's personal. And that's critical. That's your shadow side, being Gemini, aka society's truth. More universal. Everybody. Sagittarius is like, no, I gotta go find me. Gotta go do me. I gotta go be me. I gotta understand what me is. And I can't do that without being alone and being away from you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. I don't have a cap stamp here.
Yeah, it's up right before I love children.
I
Yeah.
have a cap stamp. Cap, good place for you. In Saturn, the 12th house is happy. I've had some Capricorn 12th house stellium clients. If you're watching this at any point, what's up? I thought about you the other day. I miss you. And very powerful people. Very difficult placement for Capricorn to be in the untouchable house as a sign that wants to touch success, that wants to touch the power. And so that could be touching money if money is power to you. That could be touching your physical family if your family is your source of power. But But at the end of the day, especially with the moon here and the 7th house rulership, I feel like it's about letting go of the need to touch the actual expectation. And that's next level, like powerful. As I said it, I'm like, wow, like letting go of the need to touch the expectation, like, dang. So by you letting go of that image of what that expectation even is, kind of close to Sagittarius, you can step outside the projection field. And that'll allow you to become the heretic. And when I say that is by stepping outside of the boundaries and barriers of, the powerful men and women, the politicians, the ambassadors, the lawmakers, the judges, the cops, the police, the public servants. When you step outside of the space and the sphere and the realm of all the information and media that they are giving, you'll realize that you've made certain connections with things and people that were only based off of the benefit that they can provide. And the 12th house, Sagittarius Full Moon, is asking you to step and align with their soul more. Align with their spirit in the 12th house. Stop seeing people externally for what they are and see them internally for their manifestation, their purpose, and their dharma. Get deeper with the people you connect with. If they don't match your dharma, be willing to trust and have faith that connecting with dharma, with purpose, with direction, with a mission from God will give you the right person who externally matches that expectation in a way that was better and inconceivable. That's what I have for Capricorn. I'm happy for you.
So for you, Cap, I have the 5 of Cups, which I guess makes a lot of sense. It is about loss, it is about grief, it is about sorrow, and you're transiting your 12th house. Like this Sagittarius full moon is transiting your 12th house. So it's right on point. So it is about grieving this old beliefs, like just allowing yourself to be at that loss. And again, just like you said, just being the I forgot the hermetic hermit
Hermetic
yeah,
or
these
heretic?
the people that don't see anybody, that are just like secluded from
Monks,
society.
monasteries.
No, it was the with H. It is one of the tarot cards, but I'm Hermit. Thank you. Yeah. Like, it's not heretic. Yeah, the hermit. So it is about allowing yourself to be the hermit and just going through these losses. I feel like the worst thing that you can do right now is just to ignore it. I feel like right now you should just feel it and embrace it, because it is going to be hard, but it is no coincidence that you are transiting a 12th house and you had the 5 of Cups card. Like, this is telling you that it is time to just allow it to go through and allow your emotions to go through also, like whether it is journaling, just allowing yourself to cry, doing writing, like just allowing yourself to get all of these things and process it before you go into your next stage of life.
Yes. Forgive me for the noise in the background, y'all. I feel like he's getting more. He's starting to get like, he's past his nap time by 2 hours. Thank y'all for being here, hitting the thumbs up. Remember that we're having the heart chakra cleansing, the ancestral heart cleansing, more so. It's not just your heart, it's the line, the generation of your line. And that's happening on Sunday. So thank you for hitting the thumbs up. Aquarius, we're here. Timestamp, you, 11th house, your own house, a good place for you to be. Hey, my man, Ozzy, un poco. Okay. I never realized he can talk a little bit, but he makes more noises on purpose. It's funny. Aquarius, 11th house. Excuse me. Excuse my own distraction. This is the house of listening to alternate life forms. It's the house of the, intergalactic federation of wisdom, of intuition, of divine intelligence, and hearing what can't be heard too close to the ground, too close to heaven, too close to, the large associations. So the full moon is starting to help you understand which large associations do you want to continue to engage with and support and fulfill, whether through monetary resources that you have to them or to connections that you possess that are beneficial for keeping their networks alive. Sagittarius Full Moon is asking you to ask, like, are you going to continue to fuel X organization or large group of people in association, or are you going to cut your financing? Are you going to cut your connection? Are you going to cut your exchanges? So the key is no. The key is no matter what is being exchanged right now, you have to consider, is it worth it? Because you have to look at this right now like someone with a tremendous amount of power, which you have, somebody who is 70 years old and who doesn't give a fart anymore, who says the truth, who rebels because they're understanding that true success is not defined by anything physical and material, rather than to use those physical materials to support an ideal that is intangible. So Aquarius, this full moon is giving you the truth of the mystery behind where do I put my assets, my resources, my connections, my power that I've generated over my lifetime. No matter how old you actually are, it's operating like that 70-year-old woman right now. How can I pour into the fire, aka the passions of the people, in a way that supports their health, in a way that supports their ability to divine through tarot, networks of astrology, engagements that has to do with other occult and mystical practices, because this is all realms of Aquarius, high sciences that actually using AI to support the well-being of the people around you. So this is what's happening to Aquarius. Like, Sagittarius is asking you to really step in, reflect, understand, listen, and share after that process of insulation within the self, within the divine mind, and use your ability to mastermind and connect all the nerves that need to connect, so that you can actually grow the nutsack to share your genius and accept that you don't really need to be courageous in this process. You just need to detach and be selfless. And there's a difference, because when you can detach and be selfless, you can share because you realize that this is from the divine mind. It's not my idea. It's not my concept. So I don't have to fear the judgment. And I've seen this. I met another Aquarius recently, and it's like it's hitting really hard right now. The conversations that we had, it's like, yeah, you have a tremendous amount of ideas. You have a tremendous amount of ideals. You have a tremendous amount of knowledge and wisdom. And the world wants to hear it. And if you kind of like take your head out of your butt a little bit, what you'll realize, Aquarius, is somebody will be the one you share that with, that will share that with everybody. But it don't need to be everybody. You don't have to be the one in front of the large group. But somebody in your connection that you can talk to. Probably a current coworker that you have. Somebody that you go see in the market every day. When you go to the grocery store, you always see Cynthia. You always see Jerome. And if you share it with the right person, the one that the intuition says yes, they will activate a avalanche of beauty in the world, harmony, purity. And that's your role, Aquarius. If you made that far, drop the lightning bolt and let it happen. Pow.
So for you, Aquarius, I actually have the Ace of Wands, and this is just like a little notch in the right direction. Like you're gonna know which are the groups that you actually want to be in because you're gonna feel super energized. Like the enthusiasm is gonna be like next level. It's where you feel optimistic. Like what are the conversations that light you up? What are the groups that you actually want to be in that you feel like, oh yeah, I cannot wait for it to be like Sunday so I can be in this membership event where I love it so much that I already want it to be this day. What are the things that light you up like that? And then you're gonna know exactly where you belong, and everything else that doesn't produce that same excitement. Ah! Ah! Where's your uncle? Yeah, so it is gonna be super easy to understand when you're not feeling this cold, when you're not feeling this enthusiasm, when you're not feeling all of this, then those are the ones that have to be let go. What's up, man? What are we doing today? Oh, he said no more camera for right now. So yeah, that's the message for Aquarius. I don't really have the power to put the Pisces timestamp, but let's go into it. Pisces is transiting the 10th house, and the moon is ruling the 5th house. So let me take out the card for Pisces and go right in. And for Pisces, I got the Page of Wands. So it is about new idea, about discovery, about things that actually are triggering for you. Oh, hey, you're back. Oh, I actually got into Pisces. Thank you. So I was saying that they got the Page of Wands, and it is about like the trigger is the discovering. Again, it's in a sense very similar to this Page of Wands, in a sense where this is about things that light you up, that make you feel like literally like a young Aries, just like having all this spark and just doing whatever you feel called to do. And I feel like this for Pisces transiting 10th house is about work. Like what is the this work that you feel like it's passionate, that you wake up in the morning and you're like, yeah, I'm happy to do whatever it is that you do. It could be like something artistic, like, oh yeah, I cannot wait to go to my singing class. Like this happens to me today. So I'm a Pisces, so I literally feel it. Like I feel like I've been called to actually sing more. So I've started to do some vocal warm-ups in the morning, and it's feeling great. So for you, Pisces, find what is this in your career houses, and maybe not even career, just like how the world sees you, whatever you do outside of your house. What are those things that make you feel with joy, that trigger you like in a good way, where you're like, yeah, I just wanted to do this. For me, it also like tomorrow I have my last meeting with our Sacred Innovators Reality, and I'm super excited to just go into the meditation and do the chakra healing and do the VGC and show them the vocal toning. Like these are things that light me up. I feel like the whole week I've been like doing the presentation, like getting it all together and be like, yay, like these are the things that I want to do. These are the things that light me up. These are the things. And the special thing about you, Pisces, is that by you doing this, by you just doing something that you love, that you're passionate about, the people that are around you are going to take it in with that much ease, with that more passion, with that more humanity. Like you're going to light up other people's hearts just by doing what you like. That is why it is so important for you to do what really lights you up.
Facts. I feel that. And so understand that Sagittarius is a spontaneous energy, and it wants to have fun. It wants to move in the right direction quickly. And it's important to take the time to get deeply reflective on what feels right and what feels wrong. Because at the end of the day, Sagittarius is a very moral sign. where it can become imprisoned by right and wrong, but it is still a very critical element to its entire archetype on this full moon to consider what's right and wrong. And so sometimes you might have to walk the wrong path so that you understand it's wrong. Other times you have to walk the path to understand it's right. And this is Pisces going to the 10th house, okay, of maturing in its authenticity with that process of ethics and morals of what's right, what's wrong. And that 5th house is about it learning how to really believe in its process of its moral compass, and also believe in God deep within inside itself to guide its decisions while it's going through what's charging me and what's draining me. Does this feel right? Does this feel wrong? Does this feel like a spontaneous yes? Does this feel like a hell no? And Sag is very like polarized on the left or the right. Understand that Pisces has that same polarization. And this comes because of Jupiter, aka the King of Gods. And when the King of Gods makes a decision, it's pretty much done, no matter what anyone else says in the council of all the other gods. It's like this particular god, Jupiter, has spoken. And 10th house is about taking that power and that authority and putting it to good use. Being very true, honest, and full of honor with its decisions. When you decide, understand what brings you that 5th house joy that you see down here. Be genuine and be very authoritarian. Like, step into flat power and say, this is what makes me happy. This is what brings me joy. I'm choosing it, and everything else gets canceled. And that's Pisces as a symbol of loss and divine perfection, because loss is a part of perfection.
Yeah, and I feel that also this full moon, like the full moon just by itself is about bringing things into like the completion, the full thing. And it is also going to make the things that are not aligned to go. Like just because it is completing a cycle, it is also going to be a part where you're going to understand that these projects that don't fulfill you, it is time to let them go. And I feel that as Pisces, there is still a little bit of this like, damn, but I don't want to make this other person sad because I'm not in this project anymore. But that is something that we have to do for ourselves. So just throwing that in.
Facts. This is Sagittarius Full Moon Report, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for hitting that thumbs up and that likes button. It really is a pleasure to have you here. That said, do keep in mind that we have this event coming on Saturday. If you want to do the ancestral heart cleansing and YouTube, check the Sunday. My bad. Saturday is your event. If you want to do this internal heart cleansing from the ancestral line, I think it's $34. It's one time. You'll get that link. Otherwise, Aileen, you have some closing notes for us.
I feel like again the message that just kept repeating is to be true to ourselves, to get the chakra cleansing however you want to do it. Again, it can be yoga,
the throat for Libra.
writing. You just see like
Libra was the throat.
Yeah, Libra was the throat. Like I feel like Libra was the only. Oh, and Virgo with the heart, but I feel those were the only specific ones. Like still, when you get into it, you're gonna see which ones are craving a little bit more of attention, and just keep them love. Whatever chakra is out of balance for you, and you're gonna be able to feel it. Just take care of yourself, nurture yourself, and I feel like that's it. Be prepared for the Sagittarius Moon. I feel like you're gonna be a little bit tired. Like this has been like between the first quarter moon and right now, it's been some draining days. So on the full moon, it is very likely that we're all gonna be just like passed out. If you have the opportunity to just allow yourself to create a schedule where you can rest more, then do it.
Yes, I appreciate you. That was beautiful. So funny, the Libra in the throat. I'm in the video with I'm not getting dragged. Yep. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Understand, Libra, that you still have that South Node. So I did put a video out for the members on YouTube on the Mars conjunct the North Node, which is like tomorrow. Kind of started like 2 days ago, and it's gonna end in about the 22nd or so. And I talked about only Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer, only the cardinal signs, and they have their own personal individual forecast. And you look for those cardinal signs inside your chart. But one of the key things that I did say that I can share for the moment is that Libra, you're going through that South Node. So understand that that's powerfully impacting the hell out of you on the release and is dragging you through the abyss of nothing and wisdom. You know, it also is bringing you through the wisdom, but to innovate with the without the wisdom and with the wisdom. It's complex, but you get the point. So that said, thank you, Aileen, for joining us live. I will see y'all soon. And this is a pleasure. Thank you for being here. Aileen, I'll catch you backstage. Ciao. Thank you for the thumbs up and the likes button, y'all.